practitioner. So one of the most important lessons throughout your entire career in drum is proper hand techniques. So the first thing we can look at is this section of your hand. Yeah, I went through everything. My teacher used to make me play this kind of for so many hours and so on like that. And believe me, I went through it all. But now, after some practice, years of practice, I realized that if you're a beginner or even if you're a professional, this lesson is important. This section of your hand must be relaxed. It must be absolutely relaxed. And you can learn a lot from your left hand, your bass playing hand as well. This has to be relaxed. Sometimes we will play different techniques and we will require our wrist to move up and down. Like this, up, down, right? Like da 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 dina, and then we will also require our index finger to make a flat song. Otherwise, most of the time, the index and the thumb is completely relaxed. Moving on to the middle finger, right? This on a devotee level represents the mode of goodness or sattva gun, which is basically refinement, or what we say balance, and it is always lifted. So this is the secret, the whole secret behind this. The middle finger is always lifted, and these two fingers are like, this is Rajagun, Tamagun and Sattvagun, mode of ignorance, and this is the mode of passion, and this is the mode of goodness. And the index finger is the Jivatma, and this thumb finger is the Paramatma, because it is part and at the same time it is not part of the finger, of the hand. So, but if you bend the thumb downwards, you can control the index finger like that. So the whole idea is to relax your entire hand, like I said, and we have some more notes here, like tips. You keep your fingers together when you're playing, especially going in Chaugun or fourth speed, right? You need to do the wrist dance action, right? That's to speed up everything. In the beginning, you will just play, experiment. Sometimes it will feel weird, and sometimes you might have old habits, but all of that is fixed in practice. You need to practice at least 1 week, 1 month this technique to really build your hand, teach your hand to play Mridanga properly. The other thing is that the rest of your arm, we want that to be completely relaxed. But you will feel some pain here. You might notice some pain here. If you practice this technique properly, you might experience some little working in your muscle. But as they say, no pain, no gain, right? So that is temporary. So don't worry about that. If you're feeling the pain, it means that that your hand is actually working and you have now started your career in drumming. No problem. So let's start with the first lesson. First lesson is taal. So we can play with our forefingers or our index finger, the ball of your finger here. Another thing is that I told you here will be very relaxed, but your fingers must be heavy. You must apply the strength of all your fingers. It must be heavy, especially the middle finger, right? So you can play taal with index finger at the center of the dot. Ta, ta, right? So it's a bouncing action with the ball of your finger, for those who don't know. And also your wrist and your arm can turn like this while you're playing taal. So like a dance you're doing, nachte, like so we play taal, and the ball of your index finger will bounce on the center of the syahi, just like a basketball. And fall 4 fingers, same. Ta, ta, right? So after I told you all of these exercises, we want to put all of them into work now. So again, we are relaxing this portion of our hand, and we are going ka, ka, right? Ka is a flat song. Yeah. And again, just like playing taal, we relax this portion of our hand, and our four fingers apply pressure at half of the gulp, and we make a resonant sound. Hey, hey, right? So we want to do this exercise for 4 seconds. Tuck, 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 right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Tuck, 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 tuck. Then we would like to go a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then we want to go for 8 seconds. No, now that we loosen up a little more, we want to go for 8 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And finally, I want you to at least do it for 16 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, it might be a little shaky at the first time, but that's alright. And moving on to one lesson, you can practice with Uttan and so on like that. It's a 4/4 rhythm. We can play just 2 strokes for now. Listen to the melody. Ge ge ta, ge 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 ta, ge ge ta, ge 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 ta. You can add in the key, the female aspect at the end. So first we are going with the male side. Ge ge ta, ge 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 ta, ge ge ta, ge 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 ta, ge ge ta, ge 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 ta. And female side. Ge ge ta, ge 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 ta, ge ge ta, ge 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 ta. So now we're going to play both. Ge ge ta, ge 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 ta, 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 ge ge ta, ge 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 ta. Very nice. So this is called Kaharba Taal, one of the most popular basic rhythms that we use for basically most beginners and for people all over the world, or most songs done all over the world. Everything is mainly on Kaharba Taal. More advanced drummers will play other things, but most of the time people are not advanced. So Kaharba is important for everyone to learn, both professionals and beginners. So okay, it is done in a Taal means rhythm, and Kaharba is the name of the melody of the rhythm, because the drum plays melody as well. It is done in a time frame of 4 seconds. So 1 second is like this, 1, right? So 1 second will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that will be equal to 4 seconds. Right? This is dha gi te te na gi dhinna, right? It goes like that. So dha gi te te na gi dhinna. That is the original speed that you have to be able to play it. Of course, there are more speeds, but this is the beginner speed called ekun, first speed, right? So just a little review. This note is called ta, which is a resonant note, an open sound with using the index finger, pressing the tip of your finger and bouncing it like a ball on the surface of the siahi. It just bounces and it springs back. Right? And then this is called te, with these 3 fingers pressing like that. Te. Right? In the sense of Kaharba Taal, we can play te here, and we can also play te with this finger, right? So we can get like a little play, te 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 te, like that, right? And na is also same as ta, but na is at the end here. Na, you have ta and na, ta na, right? And then we have 2 combination notes, dha and din. In Kaharba, you can see the dha and the din. You can see the dha and din here in the composition. Dha gi te te na gi din na. What is this dha and din? Is actually they are combination strokes. Dha is equals ghe. Ghe is a resonant song on the bass of the drum. Ghe, right? And ta is like what I was showing you previously. Din is also ghe and te, being played together simultaneously. So this will be ta, and this will be ghe. Ghe is a resonant sound, open. And this is a closed sound, ki. This is an open sound. And this is ta, open sound. And this is te, closed sound. So I just want to review that. And so when we combine ghe and ta together, we get dha. And when we play din, we combine ghe and te together, and we get din, right? So din. So now that we get that over with, now we can start learning how to play kaharva taal, right? So first we start on the sayan. The sayan is the small side, or we call it the nithai, right? The small side, small end, right? So we're going 1, we're starting with an open song. 1, 3, 4, 5, 8, right? So we make only one flat song here. So we're going 1, 3, 4, 5, 8. Again, 1, 3, 4, 5, 8. 1, 3, 4, 5, 8, right? And then we move on to the bhayan, right? Which is the big end. We call it, yes, so we're going to this is a very simple rhythm, so we're just going to do 2 open songs, right? So that will be 1, 2, right? If you understand that, 1, 2, and then we are going to go 6, 7, right? 6, 7. So we're going to, I want you to say the number of counts while you're doing it, so you won't get confused when it's time to play the entire rhythm. So we're going 1, 2, 6, 7. I hope everyone can see. 1, 2, 6, 7. So this is how we're going to count. And here, 1, 3, 4, 5, 8. Right? So now we play kaharva. After we learn that, then we play kaharva. Da, gi, te, te, na, gi, din, na. Right? So that will be 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? And then again, you can pronounce the letters properly now. Da, gi, te, te, na, gi, din, na. Don't forget to add the din in the end, right? So then if you feel that you understand the T-high properly and you want to do something called kali, you can also do another break. The T-high is done at the sum, right? But there's the kali. In kaharva taal, the kali will be the second te here. Da, gi, te, te. Right? Once you reach the second te, you can perform a kali. Instead of playing na, gi, de, na, we can play dha te te, dha te te. So dha gi te te, dha te te, dha te te. So you're taking away na gi de na, right? And we're putting dha te te over here. So dha gi te te, dha te te, dha te te, dha gi te te, dha te te, dha te te. So we're going to do dha gi te te, dha te te, dha te te, right? Dha right? So da, gi, te, te, da, right? Of course, this is first speed kaharva. We're doing it slow, right? Da, gi, te, te, da, da, gi, te, te, da, right? You can include that whenever you feel like doing some decoration or something like that in kaharva. And the T high is da, gi, te, te, da, gi, te, na. And then we start again at the sum, which is dha, right? Right? Or te 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 da te 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 da te 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 te, right? It's the same. Or te re kita da te re kita cha. Ja is like hey and ta done very slowly. Cha, like one after each other. Ge da together. Ge da. That is equal to ja. Ja. It's a very lazy da. Then we call it ja, right? So te re kita, te re kita, ja, te re kita, ja, re, ki, ta. And then you go back to dha, gi, ti, te, na, gi, din, dha, gi, ti, te, na, gi, din. Tihai, tere, ki, ta, jha, tere, ki, ta, jha, tere, ki, ta. And back to sum again. Dha, gi, ti, te, na, gi, din. Teri kita ja, teri kita ja, teri kita, right? The teri kita ja, teri kita ja, teri kita, right? This is called the metronome, right? It's a very simple up, useful and straight to the point. Tititana, titinana, titidan, dan, dha. See, so I did a cut using the sum alone, right? So for those who notice, right? So dha, ge, na, te, na, ka, de, na. So, right? So the basic 4-beat cycle. I could speed it up as well, especially if you're learning luggies, you can use it to practice with and so on like that. It's very important. Up, if you want to get better, it puts a little pressure on your fingers, an equal amount of pressure, so you will learn faster. So I don't want to give too much complications, but you could try, if you like to rattle and so on, you could do like a bhajan teka. This beat is only for bhajan. Anything faster will be for like kirtan, right? So you don't want to get too carried away, because you could lose timing and so on like that. So we will go at 83 BPM and just using the metronome. And as you can see here, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Did it ta, did it ta, did it ta, did it ta. So it's a 4/4 rhythm, and it's designed for mainly bhajan. So we will try that. Like I was saying before, most of the work is generally done here. The wrist does a dance, as I tell you. The left, right, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. This does all the work. The fingers, it just touches. Basically, it just touches. But it's important to keep lifting the middle finger. That's all. So we'll try slowly. Ta, ta, right? So we're adding a ge at the side, right? So and then female ta, right? So ta, right? And then ta, right? So you basically play the same thing on the small side. So right? And then, as I tell you, when going fast, you have to remember the technique in your hand. This part does most of the work, but it has to be relaxed still. No tension at all, right? So notice that my fingers, it just stays one place, right? It doesn't move anywhere. Neither this part, it doesn't move anywhere. It just stays one place, and it goes like that. So and then in between you add a little extra tete in between, right? So understand that. Let us do it one more time in slow motion. So right? It's not hard. Just pay attention, listen carefully, and practice. Next one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Tak, tak, ge, ta, ge, 2, 3. Tak, tak, ge, ta, ge, 2, 3. Tak, tak, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Da 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Ge ge ta ge ge ta ge ge 2, 3. Ge ge ta ge ge ta ge ge 2, 3. Da 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 ge ge ta ge ge ta ge ge 2, 3. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Like that. 5, 6. Da 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 dhena gena, 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 da tuntitana, da tuntitana, da 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 dhena gena, da 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 dhena gena, da 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 dhena gena, da 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 nana da da grena gena, da 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 dhena gain, da 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 tunna, nana da da tunna, nana da da dhena gena, da da dhena gena. Nak dere dere tak dere gena, 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 nak dere dere tak dere gena. Da din, tak din, da dere dhena gena, da dere dhena gena. Da dere dhena gena, da dere dhena gena. Again, da dhena, dhena is forward and back. Da dhena gena, da dhena gena. Da dhena gena, 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 da dhena gena. Make sure you cut your nails, otherwise the song wouldn't come, right? So din is like when you press the index down, the tip of the index finger down, and then you punch with the palm, and both of them has to play at the same time. Index and palm has to play at the same time, and then you press, you punch and press. Right? So da da dhena gena, da da dhena gena, da da dhena gena, da da dhena gena. Hare Krishna. So the singer will have to, when you hear Krishna in this melody, the sum will be on Krishna when you hear this melody. So Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, da da dhena gena, da da dhena gena. Some melodies, the sum will be on Hare. So you hear Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So dha will be the sum most of the time. So let's go. You practice mridang and I practice guitar, okay? So we will try together in 6 rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. ta de dena gena ta de dena gena ta de dena gena ta de dena gena. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Again, 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Gena gena ta de gena gena ta de gena gena ta de tana ta de tana ta de gena gena ta de gena gena ta de gena gena ta de tana ta de tana ta de gena gena ta de gena gena ta de tana ke ta de tana ke ta de gena gena ta de gena gena ta de gena gena ta de gena gena ta de gena ta de gena gena So now we're going to try. Notice how my index finger is raising and all my fingers are being controlled, and then these two fingers will be swinging automatically, right? So ti na na, ti na na, ti na na, ti na na. Again, ti na na, ti na na, ti na na, ti na na. Right? So the only finger applying pressure again is the middle finger, always lifting first before playing. And notice I play my notes only in one place and it remains right here. Right, let's go. Ti na na, ti na na, ti na. Now I'm going to apply the wrist. Right, I'm a right hander, so I'm going in out like that. Left hand also same thing, right? In out, but you will be doing that in your direction, right? So thumb in, thumb out, thumb in, thumb out, like that. So tinana, 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 tinana. Right? Now we're going to apply the bass. So you can do like this. Tinana, 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 tinana. Let's go again. Or you can do like this with the index. I hope everyone can see. Let me just see. Okay, with the index is like this. Right? I'm using my index and my ring, right? Right? So this palm will allow you to make another note, and then you will play the ring finger and rub it at the same time. So So practice, I know it will feel weird, but it will take you some time and you will get it. And when you get it, you'll be very happy. Da da te te ki te tak. Da da te te ki te. Da da te te ki te. This is called Rupak Lagi 7/4 rhythm, right? So da da te te ki te tak. Da da 1 2 3 4. Da da 1 2 3 4. Da da te te ki te tak. Da da 1 2 3 4. Da da 1 2 3 4. Da da te ki tak. Da da te ki 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 da da te ki. So da da te ki tak. Da da te ki 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 tak. Da da te ki da da te ki. Right? Like that. So practice make perfect. This lagi is called Dadra lagi, a different lagi now, right? So when you're doing lagis, you have to pay attention to the index finger. You have to press a little bit on the index finger. Anyway, so Dadra lagi. Da di 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 da. Dina gina da di 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 da. Dina gina da di 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 da. The da di 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 da. So these two fingers, one finger bent like this and touching here, and the other index finger straight out. Both fingers have to play at the same time. Both fingers are making. You have to play both fingers at the same time, right? Da di 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 da. Dina gina da di 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 da. Dina gina. So da di 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 da. Dina gina da di 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 da. Dina gina. Again, remember this section of the hand, it has to remain relaxed, but this is what does the most work. The fingers are just playing the notes in position, but it doesn't. It just touches the gub, the skin, the chati. So make sure you pay a lot of attention to this. Right? There's also so da di 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 da dina gina da. So da di 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 da dina. So dina gina da di 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 da dina gina. Right? That is dina gina. Forward back. Dina gina. Dina gina. Dina gina. Da di 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 da dina gina. Da di 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 da dina gina. Right? So da di 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 di. Right? So that is Dadra lagi. Then there's a famous lagi Vishwambara Prabhu likes to play. You can play this for any lagi. This is a 4/4 lagi. Dadra lagi is 6/4, and then before we did a 3/4 rhythm, but now it's a 4/4 lagi. You can play for general kirtan. So nak dede dede nak dede dede nak nak dede nak dede dede nak dede dede nak. So nak dede dede nak dede nak dede dede nak dede dede nak dede nak dede dede nak dede dede nak dede nak dede dede nak dede dede nak. And the bass is very easy. Nak dede dede nak dede dede nak dede nak dede dede nak dede dede. Again, so nak dede dede. Another one you can try. That will take a lot of work, but this one is easier. No, da de de kina, tino, da de de kina, tino, da de de kina. Both fingers pressing at the same time. Tino, da de de kina, tino, da de de kina, tino, da de de kina, tino, da de de kina. This other one I played was a little bit, maybe might be a little too hard for you. You can try it, but you will need a lot of practice. This last part, is the part you need to practice it. You have to get that right. And then you have to do a lot of gamake. So that's another lesson, that's another day. Especially going in Chaugun for speed, right? And then if you're playing Da Gurgur, right, this finger, tip of your finger going all the way down to the bottom here, that's like 3 inches, right? So you're applying this entire thing from here to here on the siyahi like that, right? Again, you lift the middle finger, K, again, I'm telling you, this is the part that does all the work, right? The fingers are just comfortably lying. Take it. I lift the middle finger a little more. Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Ki ne da ge da de ta urdhina na tet ki ne da ge ta urdhina na tet dagi taki ta ghar gina taki jao Klanta de keta gota gini rikota, klanta de keta gota gini rikota, klanta de keta gota gini rikota, ki ghet gena, kikina ke dere geta ghet gena, kikina ke dere geta ki ne da ge da de ta urdhina na te ki ne da ge ta ta tinau ta kita ki ne da ge re ta tinau ta kita jau kita dhar kita dha jau kita dhar kita dha jau kita dhar kita ki ne da ge de ta urdhina na ki ne da ge da khat te ge te kota gigini re kota khat te ge te kota gigini re ko tere kita ja tere kita ja ki ne da ge da ta urdhina na te ki ne da ge da ta urdhina na Again. Tata kata gigi nere kota khan tata kata gigi nere kota ki ne da ge da ta urdhina na te gita de gina kata gigi nere kota gita de gina kata gigi nere kota ki ne da ge da Again. Jai Krishna, Jai Vrindavana, Shri Govinda Gopinatha, Madhana